This is Roseanne Barr. This fall, ABC will air the show Roseanne without Roseanne Barr because she was fired for making political statements on the internet, joining the likes of Curt Schilling and many other people in media who have been fired for expressing conservative sentiments. In Roseanne's case, she criticized Valerie Jarrett, a person who collaborated with the government in Iran, a person who weaponized the IRS in the United States against the American people. And so Roseanne Barr felt that she wanted to weigh in on Valerie Jarrett and what George Soros has done to the country. And by the way, Roseanne Barr has tweeted big league politics before, if you don't know, a while ago on a very good article that we did about James Comey hiding evidence. Now, I did not know much about Roseanne Barr when this controversy happened. But in the last couple of days, I have done a lot of reading about her life. And I am just so impressed by this remarkable person who the mainstream media is vilifying right now, even though they have a feminine role model, somebody who's really standing up for American values. She had the #1 show on television in the 80s, 1988, okay, as soon as it went on the air. And she also had the #1 show in 2017. And her show the second time around was like All in the Family. It was a national sitcom roundtable of ideas. It was something that was bringing people together and putting all of the political conflicts in a family context. And people loved it. And Hollywood is sacrificing her. And this is so disturbing to me. She revealed this on Brandon Straka's interview show, the Walk Away founder. Roseanne said that they are going to kill off her character with an opioid overdose. Now, if that's not a direct insult to middle America and to the American people, many of whom know people who have been caught up in the opioid crisis in the Midwest, it's a very disturbing thing. And there's been a lot of outrage about this. And there's also been a lot of sadness that people in Hollywood would choose to be so wicked or so cruel after all of the money that this entertainer made for them over the years. ABC, of course, is owned by Disney. One of the executives is Susan Rice's husband. And, you know, Jimmy Kimmel was making jokes about her. There were a bunch of jokes about her at the Emmys, which no one watched. So who is really the audience for this Roseanne sacrifice show where it's about how she died? They're not reaching out to middle America. They don't care what the ratings are on this one. They're trying to make a political point. They're trying to shove it in America's face that if we get to #1, if our representative gets to #1 on television, they get shut down. And in their fictional fantasy world, they get killed by an opioid overdose. This is very disturbing stuff. And meanwhile, Roseanne's ex-husband, Tom Arnold, who she hates, but she has a good relationship with from everything that I've read, he is on some kind of crazy lunatic campaign where he's going up to people and like Michael Cohen and screaming at them in hotel lobbies. He got into a fight with Mark Burnett over, Trump and The Apprentice. And they gave him a TV show on some little network. So he's trying to cash in on the Roseanne phenomenon. A lot of people, it seems like, in her life, from what I've read, the articles and the books that I read, it seemed like she felt that there were always people in her life who were using her. And what I'm seeing right now from this person who's in this spotlight is poise, stature, confidence in one's ideas and in one's beliefs and in one's sense of purpose as a human being. And despite all of this negative energy, she is standing tall and exposing that it's the people in Hollywood who have a very, very wicked view of how they view the other half of the country in the United States. So I just wanted to say that. And we will continue covering her interviews. She gave an interview with Rabbi Shmuley Botich in which she said that she's going to Israel instead of watching the premiere of The Conners, which is what they're calling the show where they kill Roseanne. So, she's a very, very interesting person, and I just wanted to say that. Thank you for listening.